Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And it's 12:01, so I'll start the talk. Just to begin, a little bit about myself. I worked in institutional research prior to starting my own consultancy and software company. In the past, I worked at John F. Kennedy University in California and then at Bastyr University. And so part of the inspiration for creating Unigrams was just me really just being too tired and lazy to read all the student satisfaction survey comments or the faculty, kind of engagement comments. And furthermore, I also found at the time when I was working in IR that a lot of the existing qualitative tools were just a little bit too general for higher education. Because when we're dealing with human language, context is everything. And with me on the call today is Colin, our data scientist and Python developer. So do you want to say a few words, Colin?
Sure. Thanks. My name is Colin Wallace, as Kevin said, and I'm, DevOps developer, data science. Have a background in economics, and I'm working with Kevin to help develop the tools that he typically uses when he's consulting and have them um, accessible and available to a wider audience through Unigrams.
Thank you. Yeah, and we're quite spread out. So our company's based in Vancouver, and Colin's joining us today from Toronto. So we've got Pacific and East Coast. So to start, Unigrams is a qualitative data analysis tool powered by natural language processing, designed for higher education administrators so that they can quickly understand the needs of their students, faculty, and climate on campus. We started with higher education, but we've since expanded to also working with e-commerce to look at product reviews, other software companies looking at user feedback, and so forth. And we designed Unigrams too for a complex system. For example, those of you in higher education know that the university and higher education system is very complex, and it can be very challenging to get buy-in support. This is our stakeholder map, demonstrating how survey data is consumed on a typical campus. And while Likert scales are important for benchmarking, I think that it's the comments that allow you to understand and cater to the needs of your campus community. So we typically we've worked with outcome survey, career outcome surveys, or the alumni survey, satisfaction survey. We've done work in course evaluation, summit assessment, and in the past couple of years, we've been doing more on the topics of diversity, inclusion, and equity, and also anything to do with Title IX. One of our key features I want to just highlight, as I mentioned, getting buy-in support, helping improve student retention, understanding what their pain points are well before they're at the point where they need to drop out. We built this to be secure and encrypted. We're allowing our users to specify which country they want their data to be hosted. But at the end of the day, too, we really don't need any personal information. As long as you have at least one column of open-ended comments or qualitative data, it will be very easy to use it, and I'll show you in a bit. And we focus a lot on protecting anonymity, which means that we're using trained models to detect and censor names, personal numbers, emails, and so forth. Because when we set out to build this, we wanted to make sure the focus was not on personal attacks on faculty or instructors, but more to help institutions improve their programs and courses. And yeah, as I mentioned, you'll get the power of cutting edge and NLP technology, machine learning models tuned for higher education and a couple of other sectors at a click of a button. And we're going to provide hands-on support, setup, and training to help you get the most out of your data. So actually, for folks on the call, if you want to now, you can go to unigrams.com and try the previewer for free. You can simply drag and drop a CSV file, specify what country or which country you're located in, and you'll get a network cloud that can give you a quick kind of gist and sense of what your data is about. And I'll show you that in a bit. And so this is kind of the result. So I'll pivot over to the website. So if you go to unigrams.com, you're welcome to go to free preview, click Let's Go, and here we go. We're in Canada, so we will pick Canada right now, but you can also specify US. If you need other countries for your data kind of sovereignty requirements, just feel free to let us know as well, and we can set up a server. Now, if you require some permissions to kind of work with some data online, and you're not quite there yet, you can also download a sample data set just full of Coursera reviews. And the number 14 means I've done this presentation 14 times now. Well, and you can click next. And you'll quickly get a preview of what the data looks like. Now, everyone's survey data or a CSV file is very different. And so course ID and comments. What you have to do is just specify which column contains the comments. In this case, it's the second column. And click process. And this shouldn't take more than 10 seconds at most, like with the largest data file. And so, yeah, that's maybe 5 seconds. And so right away, instead of a typical word cloud, we've generated what we call a network graph, which is similar to a word cloud in the sense that each node represents how common a word is, depending on the size. But I think much better than a word cloud is that it's associated with similar terms or words that are close to each other. So it gives you a lot more context. So if we zoom in a little bit, we can tell that the Coursera course review is quite positive overall. So we're seeing words like great course, amazing course, good course. And if you look at the tooltip, you'll rank actually the frequency of the association from most common at top to least at the bottom. But what about the course that they really like? Well, it looks like they learned how to apply something. They learned how to apply maybe writing, writing what? Although it looks like they're writing, learning advanced writing, essay writing, academic writing, business writing. And it helped them improve English. Other smaller topics are the course is easy to understand, and possibly they enjoyed the lecture and videos. And maybe there's a star faculty. The previewer doesn't censor or mask the data yet, but the end result I'll show in a bit does do that. So this is a network graph, and this is free. There's no obligations, no sign up. As soon as you close the browser or close the tab, the data is completely removed. Now, if you want to continue, you can register for a free account, and we'll be happy to set that up for you and help you analyze up to 300 rows of comments for free. And then there's other plans, but that's not the purpose of this call. But yeah, just feel free to contact us if you have any questions. And I'll pivot one more time now to show you the dashboard of what that looks like. So once you're in the main dashboard, this is where kind of the real science happens. We on the right side here under topic model, what we've done is we use statistical models to help break down each comment at the sentence level and then categorize those with similar semantics together. So, and on the left, it's a kind of the same thing, the network graph, but now they're programmed to represent each cluster. So if we look at number 1 here and zoom in a little bit, we can see that it's focused on, they've learned a lot in the course. They learned and some specialization, and you can actually see the result of it on the bottom here as well. They learned a lot of from the course. They learned a lot. Thank you. They like the specialization and things like and so forth. But if you go to another topic 4, this one's about writing about young reader writing or creative writing. So this is more about kind of creative writing. Excuse me. And you can see from the results as well. This is not filtered yet. Sorry. Click it one more time. In topic 4, art writing. What else? Writing assignment, script writing, movie plot, writing a movie plot, script writing, and writing TV episodes. And It also handles foreign languages surprisingly well as well. So topic 9, we can see so I don't speak Spanish, but this looks like Spanish to me. A lot of Spanish related comments are put together. Topic 10 is gratitude. People who are showing gratitude for the course to the professors. And then towards that too, as well, 17, people who love the course a lot. And you can look at the reasons of why. And then another topic that's a little bit different from the rest of them is resume writing. So there must be a course on resume writing as well. And we can see that here about job seeking and resume writing courses. One thing I want to mention too is that the tool is not going to replace the analyst on campus or at your organization, because it's still, even though it can group similar meaning together, it doesn't really know what the topics are. And so it requires the analyst with the domain knowledge to understand what topic 4 is talking about it, and then internalize it and interpret it accordingly. And then one last thing before I show you the next step is to show you how we can anonymize data. So let's look at doctor. So in a course evaluation, ultimately there's going to be mentions of the professor or the instructor. And so as for the analyst, you get the original comment on the left-hand side here. I love Dr. David Wheeler's method. But you also have the option, if you want to share the results to other departments or other campuses. We've matched the name, so it's just, we love Dr. something method. We loved was it Doctor's business writing course. Thank you, Dr. something, and the whole team. So that's already matched for you. So that's an added benefit. And so one last thing is, if you want to look at the results, so this is to address any black box concerns. You can export the results to Excel file right now and see how each of these comments are tagged. So you have each of the topics here, and kind of a score on how confident they feel they grouped this topic to the sentence. And if you want to, for now, and it's something we're working on building out, you can quickly visualize it and count the frequency to see which topic is most important on campus or at your organization. So I think topic 2 was creative writing. It's actually not that much. And you can rename it. So this is where domain knowledge comes in. And 10 was, I think, gratitude. 20 was resume writing. And the benefit of doing this in a pivot table is you can then quickly visualize the results and kind of put that into your report. And so you can quickly see what the biggest topics are. And so all of this didn't require any manual tagging. And of course, you can reevaluate it and go back and change the numbers. So yeah, this is topic modeling. I'm going to switch back now to the presentation. This is the dashboard, as I mentioned. And so we're continuing to build out features. So instead of having to export the Excel and creating a pivot table, we're hoping to have that implemented within the tool itself. We're working on better highlighting kind of important sentences. And we want to help you better kind of segment the results by different kind of demographics, different colleges, or different kind of market segments.